Hi everyone, it's Rayanne and welcome to another episode of my show. Today we will be discussing this mook. His name is Antonio Balderas, and on the 7th of May 2021 he was arrested for first-degree assault, attempt to commit a Class 3 felony, and 3 counts of child neglect. Our story begins in Brighton, Colorado. Mr. Balderas was riding shotgun in a van with his wife and 3 children. The family was waiting at the stoplight at East Bromley and Highway 85. At that same intersection, our victim was panhandling. According to the police report, the victim stated that Mr. Balderas called him over to his van. As the victim stepped off the curb, Balderas assaulted him with pepper spray. Mr. Balderas confirmed that he was taunting the victim. He gave his version of the story to detectives assigned to the case. During his interrogation, he stated this: "I'm leaving the grocery store, seen a panhandler, yelled out the window, 'Don't feed panhandlers, just treat them like bears.'" Shameful, but anyway. Not only did he mace the guy, he pulled out his pistol and fired a few rounds in his direction. Fortunately, he was not hit. Our lovely couple fled the scene, and at some point, Mrs. Balderas called 911. She reported, and I quote, "I just had a hobo run up to my van, and my husband had to pepper spray him." And of course, she left out the part where her husband teased the man and fired a gun at him. The Rayanne Show was able to obtain the dashcam footage of Mr. Balderas' arrest. We do apologize about the audio quality at the beginning. It was rather noisy at the suspect's house.
Because of everything going on and stuff like that, you can talk to easy about what potentially happened over there. Okay. So, where is he at inside? Okay. How long ago did he get here?
I don't know. He said come on over.
Okay, how long have you been here?
10, 15 minutes.
Okay, how long was he here when you got here?
Yeah.
Well, we'll stand by. We'll get some information from you.
Absolutely.
And we'll stand by and talk to Inky. What's Inky's last name? What's your last name? Is it the same?
No.
Is he your brother?
Brothers from other mother and blood missing somewhere in the
If you don't mind.
Okay. Hey, Nicky! You there?
Is the door locked?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Nicky! Good, man? Are you still shitting?
Don't open the door.
All right. Well, the gentleman up here would like to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Move over here. All right. Let's just get back there.
Right over here.
I care about you.
Oh, I care about you too.
Okay? And I need you to stand there.
Yes, sir.
We're playing serious now.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Young man, how you doing? Come on out here. All right. Is Tommy here?
No.
Okay. She owns a little white van.
No, I'm Balderas.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you?
Good.
All right. These officers would like to talk to you for just a moment. And
I
anybody else in the
guys
apartment?
papers.
Anybody else in the apartment?
Yeah, the short roll, he should work with my dad.
Anybody else in here?
No.
All right. Guys, stand by, and these officers will talk to you. It's fine.
What's going on?
All right.
So you said that's your van out there?
That's my dad.
How long have you guys been home?
Like 5 minutes.
Okay. So we had an incident over there on Balmain 85. You know anything about it?
No, just got attacked by a hobo and trying to get away from him.
Yeah, all right. So is there anything in the house that we need to know about?
Am I being detained or?
You weren't detained.
Really?
Yeah, while they're talking to you, dude, it's called detained.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like I said, we're just finding
You know
out.
my family, man. Like, no, I was a police officer for 15 years, man.
All right. Okay, so here's the...
I got my taxi.
There's the weapons, right? So here's what we got.
I do construction. Nicer client.
All right, listen. So we had an incident over there, right? That you know about. Okay, that's why we're here. Because we have a story over there of kind of what happened with involving that van.
Okay.
Okay, so here's an opportunity that you can tell us what really happened. We compare the stories and we'll go from there. Okay, so again, we got information from there that brings us to here.
What brings you to my home now?
Okay, you just said that you were attacked by a hobo. Okay, obviously there was some kind of call that we responded to.
But there's no victim. My family was able to safely. Okay, tell me what happened. I really don't want to. I'm still going to shut it up, man. Like, I got a pregnant wife and 4 kids. Like, that. I got my home.
We got the information over there, okay?
What do you mean?
Well, when you take it into custody, we take a fire call in there. Hey, you're not telling me what's going on and what happened. I'm not saying that people were acting reckless, but you're not telling me what's going on and what witnesses say over there. Okay?
I want to talk to you guys for like my dad was talking about right.
Okay, let's now say that you were over there involved. We know that I'm going to give you an right, okay?
Very nice speaking, bro.
So you have the right
Can I give my wife a call and let her know?
I can talk to her too. And we'll find this up.
The more you tell us, it'll tell the story, right? We don't know the story. We just know what witnesses are telling. Go ahead.
No, I don't have any on me. I have a right to not let no one inside, so I'm sorry.
All right, that's fine.
But finally step down the stairs.
All right,
This is a tight spot.
what was your first name, man?
Antonio. A-N-T-O-N-I-O. I want to give you guys my story, but I know you guys are going to twist it. I know you guys have been friends with my dad for my whole life, but I've done nothing wrong, man.
Is it Balderas?
Balderas.
So we're not going to twist the story. We're just going to go with the facts.
What's your date of birth?
Driver's license number.
Right?
B-A-L-D-E-R-A, that's correct.
Good. Okay. So like I said,
If I talk to you,
here's the deal. I'm giving you the opportunity to talk, okay?
I want to talk to you, but I'm afraid you're going to like...
That's why I'm going to give you my right, okay?
My family was attacked.
Hold on. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you are being brought. You can afford to hire a lawyer while I'll be appointed to represent you before any question you wish. You can decide to exercise your right at any time and not make any statements or answer any of my questions. Do you understand these rights I've explained to you?
I do have a question.
Okay. Is it about the rights?
If I say anything to you, is it going to keep me from being arrested tonight, or do you have something that's going to take me for anyway?
Okay, so here's the deal.
If I talk to you and I tell you the truth, are you going to let me and get my lawyer and go to work tomorrow? Or is there something, like, you already have it in your head that you're taking me to jail no matter what?
Like, how this? Since I've already started my other one, do you have any questions about this? and then I'll explain the rest.
I'm not trying to take a tattoo, no, like technicality, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I started it, and like I said, it's just that if, what is being reported over there at Brighton 85?
Yeah, it could be a fallacy, bro.
What?
It could be a fallacy. It could be a fallacy. It could be wrong. Right, yeah.
Okay, and I understand that, and that's what we're trying to get your side.
Could be self-defense, right?
So,
That's what I'm saying, but I'm saying if I say anything, man, like...
But just listen to him for 1 second, okay?
so, did you understand the rights that you took?
Yes, sir.
Okay, understand these rights are continuous and you can stop at any time. Okay? So, having these rights in mind, do you wish to continue to talk to me now?
Yes.
Okay.
So just tell us what happened from the get-go.
Family was leaving the grocery store.
King Sippers?
Yeah, King Sippers. Yeah, where you passed there by another cop. I help run podcasts, dude. I'm a political activist down there. Pro 1A, 2A, like, it's constitutional, guys. So, off at the red light, and I say, don't feed the beggars. Treat them like beggars. Don't feed the beggars. Don't feed the beggars. This guy comes up and says, what's up? What's up? Swings hits me in the mouth. A little cut? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I would tough dude, like, I have my sunglasses on, so that's probably what this is from right here. And I have my seatbelt on. I don't get the foot back, so I'm fucking kidding, you're bleeding. So I just every spray, I spray him, and he starts grabbing my fucking face and my neck, and I'm trying to push him off. I get I got a newborn. So I got the feet. I told him, go, and she was driving. Yeah, she was driving, so I'm like, we gotta go. We can't, we're pushing the dude out, and he comes to me again, and I just put quick words, don't try to shoot no one, dude. But I said, watch your people alone, and that's when he runs off, and, like, he asked me while you did that? I don't remember. Like, it was just so quick, like,
so you were in the passenger seat, coming with him, right?
Yeah, he hit or pushed him.
So you said that remark. Did he come around the passenger side?
He was on the passenger side.
He was on the
passenger side.
So he was in the middle of the road.
He was at the stoplight, came down, came across, and then came through traffic.
Oh, okay.
So he's in traffic.
Yeah.
So when were you getting?
Going forward, closest to the turning lane, going right.
Closest to the north.
Closest to the north, not the north turning.
Okay. And then he grabbed you. You went up.
It was yeah, I can't tell you specifically where, like, just like, you actually have over me, I put my clothes in the washing machine already, I washed off, but I worked on my laptop, it was fine, I couldn't breathe or nothing, bro.
Is the pepper spray in your house or is it in the car?
It's probably with the washing machine.
Okay. You mind if I go get it?
I'll grab it.
Okay. I just want to call you.
Well, so that's it, that, because of everything you said, where's the firearm at?
I put it away. I tried cleaning it already because, like, yeah, dude. I'm a two-way guy. I was carrying my gun. I don't want that shit on my gun. I was actually about to go clean my car because, like, we messed up the windows and stuff.
So, because of the seriousness of the situation, would you be willing to give us the gun and the pepper spray for this incident?
Are you going to leave me alone for the night? Or are you going to leave me in?
Investigation of you, okay? So, like you said, it's like...
If I said no, are you going to take me in? Just keep it real with me, bro. I just need as much... Dude, I work for my family. My wife leaves at home. I don't try to get in this type of fucking trouble at home.
So he's trying to get at is we have a detective that would like to talk to you and Munster and the other parties involved. Everyone's involved here, okay? We don't know who's the suspect and whatnot, okay? That's what we're trying to get at, okay? If he hits you first, we get it, okay? That's self-defense.
I got a family in
I get it. You got a newborn in the family.
Get back.
And you fucking later.
Dude, it was happening so quick. Here and chair. I was like, get back. He's like, go talk shit now or something along that. Just kept calling, get back. And that's when he fucking hit me. Like, this is a puzzle, so we need all the I can't just be like, go fuck around. Yeah. It's over. Yeah. But you understand, we need all the pieces, right? Okay. So help us out, keep you out of trouble. Okay. And then also, we would like to have a detective talk to you as a PD.
That's why I'm asking for your consent to go in and grab this gun and this spray.
I won't give you my consent. I will grab it for you, bro.
I will go in there and grab that by yourself, dude. So here's the deal is that...
Come on, bro. Will you follow me in? Will you follow me in?
Yeah, we can follow you in. Here's the thing is that when we go in, I'm not searching or anything, looking for anything else. I just want the gun.
No, I don't want to give you the permission to go in there and start looking around. My dad taught me about this.
We're not searching. We're going to... You're allowed to lie to me, though.
Just follow me in. Like, no, I'll grab it, bro.
We'll follow you in?
Just one of you. Just you. Because you're the most nervous. Just follow me and I'll grab it.
Okay. But you're not grabbing it, you just come in?
No, I'll open it and I'll let you grab it. Okay. Okay, the washing machine is over here. No, really, bro? Yeah, dude. I'm just protecting myself, man. I'm not going to hurt you. Open that one or that one. That's loud. Well, we just got off the cat watching.
Hey, my man, is this the pepper spray?
Oh, okay. No, not that one.
Which one?
No, we're not. We're hunters.
Okay, cool.
No, the gun's not over here. Really? Come on, guy. I was just saying nice to you. Where's the gun? I thought like I said, it was in my pants and it was over me. I thought it was right here. Like, the gun's over here. You guys are making me nervous. No, I was going to be like cool with you. You're like, hey, that's fine. I'm cool with you. That's why I'm doing all this stuff to protect you, man. Alright, that middle drawer, like I said, we're hunters, so open that middle drawer right there. That's how like that. That's okay. And if you can,
Yeah. Yeah.
I have some gloves. Yeah. Dude, like, you love to shoot and...
That's fine. Hey, I'm all for that. Having guns and stuff like that, okay? Here's the deal. We have something to play with it. You shoot now. Alright? That's all we're doing. Okay? Now we have information of, whoever called you over here, come over there. Called you right over here. That's how we got the plate down. And then... I
had to get my newborn out of there, man. He's joking, dude. Like, I run fucking wrestling. Like, I keep wrestling practice and shit. Like, I'm not a fucking yeah, I was an ambassador for the Bassmaster concert. I volunteered to set up the rails and shit.
And the pepper spray?
I thought I put it up there. Dude, like I said, everything happened so quick. It was on my face. That one. Like I said, like, it was so quick. And the clothes you were wearing, they're already in the, yeah. Right there. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, like, it just happened so quick, I was trying to get it off.
Okay.
No, let's go back to the fan.
and we hand the handgun. So, if we do that, Sergeant wants to talk to you in front of the man. Can you do that?
Like, hey, arrested, bro, there's something wrong.
You're just being detained right now, okay?
But that sounds such a bad word.
Yeah, it's not aggressive, right?
Yeah, it's good.
We're just here to see this. No matter what.
I thought it sounded sick, so it's good. You're protecting people from gang riots. Oh, wait.
He wasn't involved. She's still in there. That's okay.
And those are your brothers?
Yeah.
Let me just chill right here.
So where is Johnny going?
I told her to just call one of our friends and be somewhere safe, just because I was scared, man. Like,
No, I get it. You're like, someone reached into your car, you know, they're always over there.
we live right here, bro. Those guys used to be posted up right here, so it was like, it's not like they don't we go by those guys all the fucking time, dude.
But
That's the reason why I was pissed at them, is because they're always fucking right there harassing people back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, I pay $600 a month with it. They're just harassing people back and forth. My wife and kids walk down there now.
I copy UCL for the female hazard to the entity.
They kept coming in after we fucking pepper spray, dude. That was the scariest part. My baby fucking, like, fucking.
I hear you.
I just wondering then.
This guy, he's cool though. He's seen me wrestle with him in kindergarten. And Color Strand is the chief now, right? He used to be Black Person. Color Strand got a promotion. I used to, right? Southern. Okay, I'm so sorry. I was living in Fort Lupton for a while, so I just wasn't in the loop. Who's the detective?
I don't know. Probably whoever's on call since it's a weekend.
Is Monster working?
Monte's working, but he's part of the task force. Sexual assault task force.
Good for him.
It's part of,
Well,
or no, he's actually school resource officer or something now.
Can you call him and let him know what's going on? Just shout my name out across, dude. Like, one said was an explorer. My dad trained one said, dude. Like, he's I felt it for so long, bro. I'm not trying to. Who's your dad?
Really?
Mm-hmm. He owns the shop down. Dude, I grew up in the department, man.
What did he tell you? Did he say he shot? Yeah. Okay, good. He said that he did too. He's like, shots fired, man, I need help. Because they have they're Proud Boys. They're part of the Proud Boys group. So he said he called him real quick, him and the other guy that came up, and said, hey, get over here, shots fired, man, I need help. That's why they came over here with armor. What did he say? He said he shot?
He just said he got grabbed by the, you know where we were looking for bullets?
Mm-hmm.
They were stopped at the stoplight, but he's on the passenger side. Dude comes over, asking for money. He's like, hey, you treat beggars out there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude says, I'm all keeping those type of thing, grabs him. He's in the window, which is described in the
Mm-hmm.
He said he got hit. He does have a gun.
Okay.
But then he pepper spray. Dude starts laughing. He's just gonna knock the ground. And just goes pop, pop.
Where's the gun at? Oh, we found it? Sweet. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
But they won't talk to me because they're obviously afraid.
He said he told his lady to get out of here because those dudes steal you.
What dudes? Oh. But they told her to get out of here because they knew we were coming. Pretty much.
I mean, it could go either.
How the we didn't talk to the homeless guy, so.
No, I don't know his story.
I just can't picture the homeless guy doing that.
Well, what's his name, dude?
Oh, is it, Aaron? Oh, Aaron Hernandez, or Flores? Oh, okay.
Dude, I just passed that on my way.
Yeah, me too.
Easy.
I was just there too.
Whose sled is this? He's in it. Let me move it forward so the unit that's going to come through can show up.
Let me move mine.
Dude's got a fucking
Yeah, dude, they're freaking, they're Proud Boys. You've heard of them, right? Yeah. They're the Proud Boys that, and they all have like a big emergency text line, and he went to it. It's been like that, dude, since I think I started here. Or just they made it fucked up. So,
Let me ask you a question.
I don't think.
let me see those keys. I gotta come home from my ear.
Yeah, he does.
Are we good with this? I'm done with this.
Why don't you put that away? We don't need it. Here's the deal. So they're going to do show up on him.
So, after he shot the rounds, they won't talk to me much. All that is emergency line. He texted emergency line saying shots fired, get over here.
Who texted?
But they won't show me the. He's like,
So he matches the description of the person who rides in this van with the woman.
So he has evidence on his phone too. So
Right. Now, if he was taking a shower, what's he trying to do? Marshal off GSW.
yeah, well he knows.
And we can tow the vehicles for maybe GSW residue inside. Could be some extra casings in there, correct? Because they said 4, we only found 2. Right. All right.
Well, he said pop, pop, pop.
That's 3. Well, now, the goober over here, since he probably
He
wasn't
ran over.
involved.
So him and the other guy ran over because so there's gonna be more Proud Boys coming unless they text them back and stop.
Yeah, they don't take the.
They have an emergency.
I don't know who these people are.
So there's a few people watching, and so they have us surrounded basically.
Okay.
So
I don't want to get my
yeah, because they stick.
We have another available. We have them come by, and we need somebody just to kind of walk off traffic.
Is he talking? I hear anything.
So that's the firm we're going to do this security at the scene wrap. If I can have them come down to the northeast corner of the building and from there.
So we called all. He won't tell me how many people, but they all got them.
All right, that's fine. Once we get an okay on him, he's going in for investigation for felony medicine, right? Or I don't know.
And what is it?
Or could it be?
More than family medicine.
Or was it self-medicine? I go into his car and tell me
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there, so I got 4 quarters.
But regardless, if you
He has a little cut on it. Saying that that much.
I just can't imagine Flores on the gun.
Flores has an attitude.
Yeah.
So it could be could it be a self-defense issue?
I don't think so, because he wasn't armed.
It's not Flores that
Well, you can hurt. If somebody comes through your window in the car,
You never know what if Flores
had a knife.
They're watching us every day. I know. Alright. That doesn't work. They're tattoos. They all have different things. Go to the corner. No, so they, his brother, well, he has like 4 brothers, they're part of the Proud Boys. They sent out a group message in the Charlie area, to meet at this location. I've got talked to harassment. Just stop at that corner over there. Stop. Thank you. We'll come closer to top and back up. Right. Huh? It's always good when you have to throw down stuff. So he wasn't even going to come to people, but he did a lot of stuff. One Brighton, this is fine. Is it detective on it? You're not calling on my radio. Yeah, I want to first find out if we need to put this guy on so we can get ready to throw this here. You're not going through on the radio, by the way. And I broke my name tag, so. One Brighton 20. That matters right now.
Go ahead.
If we're going to have Brighton 65 on live for sure.
Great. Thanks.
That guy, he kept walking towards me. He just kept like walking towards me like this. I'm like, come on, dude. Yeah. Hey, him and his other guy both. Building south. You can come in. You want me to ask him how many people he has around us? I wouldn't worry about it. You can change how many there are. We'll go down like George Custer or to. Whoa! What are you talking about? I don't want to go on down today. I want to go home. Let's get our show up done. Let's get this show up done. You know he leaves at 4:58. We'll basically tow this vehicle, tape it and tow it probably. Okay. I gotta be out of here in 10 minutes. Hey, you know I'm down 5 reports right now, right? Oh, I'm down 4. No, literally today. I was trying to get to me too. We all take like 4 days. All I heard was shot fired. I was on car like that. And just chilling. I'm like, normally he's like gone. All right. Well, just keep your eyes open. Hey, my man. What's up, Deb? It's Torres. You know Torres? Yeah. Okay. He was just kind of coming to see you. I grew up with him, man. Okay. Like I got nothing to hide, dude. Like. So he's reaching in. Say? There, and that's why I pointed down. Okay, my man. Just put your hands behind your back, okay? Alright, what's your first name, sir? Antonio. Antonio. I can't remember everybody's name. I'm going to go bald. Yeah. Anyway, you're going to go to the PD. Finish up with these officers' questioning processing. Wow. Chances are you'll probably be released tonight. But you're going to go to the PD for processing. Okay? All right. Yes, sir. And you understand the seriousness of the situation, right? Okay. No, honestly, please explain that a little. I see my family as a victim in the situation. So like, and that's what I is. No, I'm not trying to be like, honest question. I understand. But here's the thing. We're going by what we know now. When you get to the PD, these officers will talk to you, and you can explain your story, write it down. Smooth it out as a... Well, and you'll be under Miranda. and basically we'll see what we have, okay? And what you just told me, if that's the truth, that we'll find that out, okay?
Sir.
We're straight up, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I called someone, like my phone was dead.
It's you, some phone calls, how you take them.
Thank you. Yeah, lit not.
I don't know. I just saw it. The message just come from King Supers.
Yeah, that's what he said. This came from King Supers, and he said that he yelled at the bum, like, don't feed the bums, they're like bears or something like that. And he said the guy just came up and started talking trash. He reached into the car, he sprayed him. The guy still came back, so he grabbed his gun that was on his hip, and he stuck out the window and popped off a couple of minutes.
And the victim's trying to say he was yelling, so he thought he was going to like give money, so he walked up. Then they sprayed him in the face. So then he reached in after the guy, and then all of a sudden he heard shots.
Yeah, similar story. He just said that, like, he just was like, oh, you want to fight? You want to talk shit? And so he said that they sprayed him. He said there was spray right in the center of the console area. He just grabbed it, sprays him, and the guy comes back and he says that's when he takes out his gun. He says he can't see it because of the spray and just pops off a few rounds until he takes off. We don't know where she's at. He said that once he got here, he stripped off his clothes, threw them in the wash. He was already cleaning up his gun, so it was already dismantled. And,
Because that's not what he was wearing. I came to, because I literally walked up to him and he gave me a hug.
Yeah, so he said he already took it off and
seen
threw
him
it in the wash. And then he gave us consent to go inside. And
Let's stand over there. Let's stand over here.
Call Eric Hart and have her come to the PD, talk to the young man, and we're also going to see about towing this vehicle. We'll take them and tow it, because he's taking him out to washing things on.
Yeah, I got stuff in my car. Did Sarge say he wants it taped?
then sprays him. The guy still comes back, so he unholsters shoots from his hip. So he reaches out, zooms outside the window, and goes off.
You said you want me to tape it, Sarge?
What's that?
You want me to tape
Hang on,
it?
let me finish with Earhart and give her this extra information, all right?
So he said,
And this is our buddy. Hey, Kate,
This is Balderas.
Katie, how you doing?
Guy that's walking around, he could almost be obstruction.
Was he trying to interfere with you guys?
He was, yeah. Until it was questioned directly, he was trying to. He was like he said he grew from there. This is where he lives. We got more direct questions. But he couldn't really come up with a lie yet. So we got that he was still inside. And he called by his other name, and then he tried to shut the door behind him.
We do have the handgun.
But when he eventually said that this is his buddy's car,
We have a van.
he said, well, he's still inside. He said,
drives the van.
he's taking a shit. What he was doing was inside taking his clothes, washing off. So he washed his hands already. Or he washed his face. He just took the gun. It was,
You got the gun somewhere?
yeah. He took it and put it in the drawers. And I already was taking it apart. So then he said,
He knew exactly what he was doing.
he said that he took it apart and he was going to clean it next.
Yeah, because he just shot
So
it.
I think that's what he was doing is he wasn't taking a deuce, but he was probably washed off, and I think this guy knows, but he was trying to deflect. I mean, it'd be still hard to say, but
Odd. That yellow bead right there. See that yellow bead?
yeah.
There's a bunch of those on the ground out where not quite where the shell casings were, but further down. There was a sheet. I even took some.
Or something?
Yeah, I even took some. Because initially I thought, oh, was it like a pellet gun? Because that's all I saw. I didn't see shell casings because they're like, no, further back. So I'm looking further
Yeah,
back.
he said they were about.
Yeah, I even took photos of it.
He said they were in the number 1 lane, go straight.
See? And straight.
And then he said he was about a couple of cars back when this guy approached him. And so he just started, so he says that the guy split his lip. He's got a little split on his lip, but his lips are crossed, so it's hard to say. And the only reason I say is this, we didn't know what else was in there, and the door's open. So we didn't know.
Wait, you told me just to cut it a little bit because just in case he came back in.
Oh,
That's why I cracked it a little bit. I was going to shut all the way. But I don't know if he's right to tell you when I was talking to him, he said that as soon as he got done shooting, he sent out an SOS and shots fired would help. That's why they all started to move here.
But of course, he won't let us look at
They have them all around us right now. When we were calling.
Did we have his cell phone?
That's what
What's his name?
That's evidence. But he already admitted to shooting, so it's not like.
Yeah, but you still want to collect as much evidence as you can.
Huh?
You still want as much evidence as you can. And was anybody
But
recording?
he won't show me the messages, so there's more to it than.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
maybe we should take his phone.
Like a leaf. Yeah. He was.
Well, he knew what happened.
Yeah,
he just won't tell me. He's being very being minimal with it, but he's giving me enough to know that I know he. By him saying shots fired, like you said, homeless guy. So you know more. If he's like, I never said homeless guy. I'm like, oh, okay. He said, Bubby. What did he say, Bubba? Like, oh yeah, you didn't say that. That's why we call for more security.
What are we doing?
He's debating on if he wants to tow the car. I think we should just tow it already, right? Should
He was using commission of the crime.
And the wife and kids to about run super quick.
He said as soon as they got here, he told them to leave.
Because he didn't keep up with him.
Well, the wife she's pregnant, black tank top, long red hair.
Girl part of the population.
Well, he said these guys, the homeless guys, if I Googled his name, I forgot what he said, but it's all over the internet, and these Antifa guys are like, this is someone to watch out for.
We don't have.
Is it Google my name?
This guy? He said his name is Antifa?
No, he says these guys, all the ones that are paranoid out here.
Oh, so he's just. They're paranoid. They're all armed, too. And I started seeing all the people that were surrounding us. I was like, oh, wait, this is getting weird. That's why I told you to stay. You see him keep walking towards me? I'm just like, alright, guys.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you had your mic on.
Oh, it's on. It better be on.
Step in and do more.
How often you hear a shots fired call in Brighton?
No, we actually get quite a few. It's just once you get to that area, you just never. Nobody else stayed on scene.
I was right next to the robbery at Walmart. I was right there. I didn't see nobody walking. I was at that corner house. What's it? What the Sena's? That corner house right next to Murphy's Express, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
It takes a half an hour for a tow to come.
So, he's saying he shot at the ground. Where did the other people say he was shooting?
I don't think anybody saw the shooting, just heard it.
What did the victim say?
Victims kept checking, he thought he got hit.
So he thought the gun was pointed at him.
He said that he heard the yelling, so he thought they were going to give him money.
Right.
Because he had a sign asking for money. He walks up, they spray him in the face, so he reaches in after the guy, and then all of a sudden he hears some pop, pop, pop. So then
Okay, all right.
the vehicle took off.
All right, and so our victim basically said,
I think he's waiting for Earhart to make a decision.
Alright, well then, I'm heading out. I got 5 reports to go do real quick.
Who's the trainee with you? You guys got these in your car?
I don't know.
Cannon, go see if you have a set of these in the car.
Sorry, what?
A set of these strips with a marker. Evidence should be in the ferry back somewhere. If you have it, grab it. Should be in a bag like this too.
Yes, for one of these vehicles, that's why I'm like, what are we doing? I think we're good. So there's like 10 calls pending, that's why I'm wondering.
Is there still 10 calls pending? Good be. I feel like that's how it's been all day, huh?
And that's one thing.
Well, if you want to clear, you can jet. You can jet.
Yeah, it will help Zerati.
He did walk away going westbound on Brighton Drive between 100, between 11
The only thing that's left is still a car.
Very noisy and very
Did we give this dude his gun back so he can leave?
Sorry, we can't give it to him.
She's taking photos right now.
I can positively say it was him, his wife, pregnant wife, and 3 kids, because I had just saw them out at King Super.
Oh, really?
When I was looking for the robbery suspects. Because I gave him a fucking hug, because I hadn't seen him in years.
Oh, so you know him?
That's game. One of our cops.
Why'd you handle it? I wasn't here around that time. That's way before my time.
with whoever transported.
Where's he at right now?
Zerati? Balderas. I want him to be put in the cell with the telephone and no hand motion, okay? Because we'll do a GSW kit on him real quick.
He's already washed his hands.
We'll still go through the motions. You know. If you don't do it, but I'll have him just sit in that cell and not put him in a cell where you can dump him in the toilet and all that.
All right, Senator DeVries, I'm going to head out. You need me for anything else?
I need this week.
Okay, I'm out.
There's a chance you're still.
Hey, leave him in the cell with the phone. He is not to wash his hands. Don't let him rub his hands. Don't put water on his hands. Do nothing with his hands. Just make sure that he's not really trying to rub his hands away or something. If you start seeing that, then cut him in with the phone, where the phone is. Have him sit in there. So we're going to do a GSW count on him. Okay, thanks. Bye. All right.
Corporal,
Needs to be
I'm
in
going
every
to
car.
be in charge of getting this vehicle towed.
Yep.
I'll get back to the PD. I got to call a commander. And did you talk with Roddy?
Yes.
Does he understand?
Yes.
In that room, no hand lotion.
Well, I told him that he's not to do anything with his hands. Not rub it, not get water, not get fingerprinted, not nothing.
I kind of fell back a little bit because he supposedly had taken a shower. Give it to me.
Oh, I'm sure he did. He ain't stupid. He's a cop's kid.
Earhart's en route to the PD. Anything you think of.
So when you steal cars, you want to do every crease. So one on the hood, one on the trunk. When you're doing doors, because if you're looking for fingerprints and stuff, you never do it up here. Always go low to where you do this. Because that's where somebody's fingerprint is not going to be, correct?
Right.
So if that seal breaks, then we know that door was open. But we'll put a second one, because if the seal breaks, then it could be the front door too, and not necessarily the back door. So again, somewhere low. Just like that.
What's that?
Yes, I don't know.
Yes, we do. Hey,
Yeah, I got it. I think he's just waiting for his dad. Did you call for a ride yet? Okay, give us just a sec. Do we know the case number? Brighton 30. What's the CR for the shooting?
That's CR number 1265-1265.
Oh, thank you. Do you know how to do a toe sheet? Have you done them? Are you good at them? Yeah. Are you sure?
I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory. I can start filling one out.
Yeah, it's up to him.
Called the tow yet or no?
Right, 71.
I don't. Did Sarge say he did or no?
I'll tell dispatch to send Mirage for secure tow.
Have you gone to PD at 1648?
Hey.
Hey, I just want to call you to take off.
1648.
So. Not yet. Sarge is. I don't know what Sarge is doing. So the victim said that he was panhandling and he heard yelling from the car, so he walked to it thinking they were going to give him money. He got up to the car, they pepper sprayed him, so then he reached in to go after the guy, and then all of a sudden he heard pop, 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 and then the car took off.
Hasn't been called?
Okay.
And the guy was pepper sprayed. His eyes were like, oh yeah, he was. And we found 2 shell casings in the middle of the road over there.
That'll be New River Rock, correct?
There's so many of them. This one has kind of older and tattoos up and down his arms. So they were in the number 1 lane going westbound. Well, if you go by traffic crash stuff now, it would be technically number 3 lane. Because now you count the turn lanes, so. So turn lane, straight through. Yeah. I don't know. Torres is the one who got a statement from him, his son, and there was 2 witnesses that pulled up. I guess one of the witnesses is who followed the van here and saw where the van went. And he's the one who's told Torres, no, I know there's shell casings in the street. They're over there. So then I went back over there because I didn't see anything originally where the guy said he was standing. Because he was kind of said that he was on the corner, the median corner of the northeast side of the intersection. So he probably would have walked towards the southeast, towards the car, and then that's where it all happened. But Torres got a statement from the other 2 witnesses, independent witnesses, so I don't know what they said. I didn't hear.
So the guy,
well, I'm guessing he's probably a passenger. I think the wife was probably driving. I don't know. Torres is the one who did the lineup. He's the one who stayed with the victim. I stayed long enough for medical to show up, and then I immediately went over to find shell casings. Yeah. Now, I didn't really. Honestly, I wasn't really looking for that itself. Now that I know that, I'm gonna go back and look. Because I didn't see anything noticeable, but here's the problem. One of the shell casings was slightly squished, so clearly a car ran over it. And if there was other shell casings, they're gone. Maybe in somebody's tire or some shit. Or they're in the car. He was just trying to obstruct initially. And, he had a bunch of BS lines. But we know who he is. I got a positive on him. Torres, yes. Torres stayed with the victim. Torres also talked to the other 2 witnesses. Yeah, I can see if we can find them. Well, I don't know I honestly don't know if Torres is still over there with them or not. Well, they're living in a camper right there on the other camper parked there. That kind of dirt field along the fence line, kind of by the King Supers. So they have a camper there. So they kind of move around. I know he did give a phone number, but it only works if he has Wi-Fi. But then after that, I left, so I didn't hear anything else. But Torres was just with him because I'm guessing he must have brought the guy by for a drive-by.
Okay, that works. Well, I guess I'll call Torres.
Okay. Yeah, call Torres real quick.
I'm sorry, you or I?
No, you. Go ahead. I'm gonna do the tow real quick.
Searching the roadway. and lots of people, you know, like blocking off that lane and looking for defects, which I know is going to suck to block off that lane, but
Yeah.
you know, because DeVries is like, it's just a felony menacing, and I'm like, what proof do we have that he wasn't shooting at the guy? Like,
Well, yeah.
you know, like, but if there's defects on the ground, they're like, oh, this is obvious.
So you know who the suspect is, right? You know his son.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And what's funny is I just saw him at the King Supers before all this happened. Like, I know for a fact they were at the King Supers. I know who he was with, his wife, and she's pregnant, and then they had 3 other kids. Because I hadn't seen him in years, so he actually walked up. He's like, "Hey," and he gave me a hug. And then I'm like, "Hey, you know, how's it going?" Blah blah. And then we were working that robbery from Walmart. So then I left, and then all of a sudden the shooting comes out, and I come over here, and they walk him out, and as soon as he comes around the van, I'm like, God damn it, it's him. Seriously. But, yeah. All right, so call Torres. And I don't think this guy's going to give a statement. I can ask him if he'll give a statement, but I highly doubt it.
Oh, well, I mean, I think we can ask, but
Yeah.
so whatever. I'm not going to get right now, but I'll call the police for it.
Yeah, call Torres, see what he says. See if he's still with the victim. Or can go back over there to the victim. Because they were... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, bye. Did anybody ask you on whether or not you would write a statement of what you know or what you saw, what you heard?
Nobody's asking me anything, but...
Would you like to do one?
I mean, I don't even know. I literally got here before you guys, like a minute before you guys. So, I came, I was in an emergency, showed up, and then y'all are not going to have a chance to really talk to the boy.
So you're inside the apartment when the officer showed up?
Mm-hmm.
Did you lie to the officers and say he wasn't there or anything like that?
No.
So, do you want to write a statement or no?
No, ma'am. I prefer not to. Just because I really have no clue what actually happened.
All right. Sir, here's your handgun.
Thank you for flagging the chamber.
It is empty and empty in the chamber.
Thank you, sir. If I may.
You can keep the pen.
Oh, thanks. Can I pull it out so I can put it in my holster?
You can do that, sir. I'm holding your ammo for a second. MOS is a rock. They're empty. So, here's your 1 shell shot and your 2 magazines. Okay, I appreciate you being straight up with us and everything. I'll just tell you I'll just gloss it over. Antonio basically fired a handgun in the intersection of 85 and Bromley. Okay?
Okay.
And we're doing a good investigation to see if there's any mitigating factors.
Tell me, landlord.
Even when everything pans out, I'm still not gonna get my gun back, huh? I heard that it takes like a year longer to get your gun back when shit like this happens. No? Oh, gotcha. I always hear it's like a bitch and a half to get your shit back after something like this happens. Now, at least that's what I read online, you know? Like,